And we as Palestinians, we are tested every day in this world. And the world is watching it. I continued my work, counting on God and my daughters and the children. Then the unexpected happened. 16th of January 2009, 4:45 p.m. Just 4 months later, when the Israeli tank shelled to bomb my daughter's room, killing 3 daughters and 1 niece. For nothing they did. And there was no reason to be killed. As I said, they were girls, as every girl. But as a Muslim, as a believer with deep faith, I fully believe everything from God is for good. I said this tragedy is for good and must be invested for good, because it happened seconds after I left my daughter's rooms. If I stayed with that, if I stayed 5 seconds, I would be gone with them. And to be added to the numbers. Because at that time, and in this world, we see it on daily basis. Hundreds of thousands of children are killed of disease, of gun, of poverty, of suffering. And we see them as numbers. Thousands. It's shame to look at a human being as numbers. Human beings are human beings. They have names. They have faces. They have plans. They have parents. They have families. They have a future. It's shame to look at a human being as figures or statistics. I said this tragedy is for good, and it's God's plans at that time, where it was a plan to be interviewed live by the Israeli TV. So my cries were heard through the TV to spread, to cross the barriers and to open the eyes and the ears of the people in this world, and to put an end to the suffering and the killing. I was blessed to be a medical doctor. My daughters, Bisan, Mayar, Aya, and Noor, my niece who were killed, I can't do anything. But I can do something to those who were severely wounded. And I managed many emergency situations. I started to think, what can I do for my daughter, my niece, and the brother who were severely wounded? What a future is waiting for my children? When I started to look at my son, Muhammad, who was 12 years old, what a future is waiting for him? Is he going to be, what do we call, violent? What do we call to become terrorist? My son wasn't born violent or terrorist. Because violence and terrorism and hatred, it's like diseases. They are not taught. They are made, manufactured. It's a result of exposure. The one who becomes sick as a result of exposure to a risk factor, to a microbe, to a virus. And if we want to treat, not to blame the patient that you are sick, you are violent, we need to ask 5 times why. What do we call this child, this man to be violent or to be sick? We need to take the history and to treat the causes, not to treat the symptoms. We don't treat symptoms, we treat diseases. And violence, it's a disease. We need to get rid of this disease by finding out the roots of the problems. While I was crying, the first message of support came from this 12 years old son when he looked at me and to say, "Why are you crying? Why are you screaming? You must be happy." He said, "My son doesn't know that his sisters Bisan, Mayar, Aya, and his niece Noor are killed. He wants me to be happy." How? He said, "No, I know my sisters are killed. You must be happy that I know my sisters are happy there. They are with their mom. She asked for them." That's the Palestinian, 12 years old, son who believes, who supports, who leads. I said, I don't need to worry about him. Just to carry the pain, the wound, to move forward. As Einstein said, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep balanced, we must keep moving. I kept moving faster, stronger, more determined, not to give up or forget. And since then, I am devoting my life for my daughters who are there and my children who are living, and their message to spread it. Since then, I swore to God, I will never rest. I will never relax. I will never give up because I see them. They are with me. They are living with me. They talk to me. What did you do for us? Did you forget us? I say to them from here, I didn't forget you. I am sending you prayers and the blessings. I will continue till I meet them one day. Because I fully believe I will meet them one day. But I want to meet them one day to say to them, I am proud of you. I didn't forget you. Your holy souls and the blood wasn't waste. It made a difference in others' lives. I am coming to meet you with the big gift. It's the justice and the freedom for you and others in this world, but which means to be used. It's the means that we all are blessed to have. It's not the bullet which was used to kill them. There are stronger means than the bullets. It's the wisdom, the kind words, and the good deeds. Words are stronger than bullets. The bullet kills once, but the word continues to impact the lives of others. I will continue my life devoted for this cause because I fully believe this world can endure. And nothing is impossible in life. The only impossible thing in life I believe in is to return my daughters back. Anything in life I planned, from nothing, I succeeded to achieve. From Jabalia camp to Cairo University to study medicine there, to London, to be the first Palestinian to work in an Israeli hospital, to do a subspecialty, again in London, Italy, and Belgium, to Harvard University. This proved that nothing is impossible in life. It took time because I wasn't born with a golden spoon in my hand. I made it. And I can make it. And to continue to make it. That's why, as a doctor, I will never lose hope. Maybe the situation is difficult, but the patient is still alive. And the hope is in the present and the future. That's why we are coming here, for the hope, to learn something. Our children, they go to the school, hopeful to succeed and to have a better future. The researcher is working in his lab with the hope to find something. The patient goes to the doctor with the hope to be cured. Hope is there. But we need to act to make it. So this world can endure with the truth and justice. Because the truth is the light. Truth is the right diagnosis to set up the right treatment, not to continue blind. We need the truth and the light. And the truth, first of all, believe me, we all know the truth. Because we are in this world, we are 7 billion people. The anatomy of our hearts are similar. No difference in the anatomy. But the reality of our hearts are different. And who knows the reality of everyone's heart? It's each of us after God. We need to start the change and to seek the truth inside each of us. God will never change what is in people till they start to change what is in their hearts, minds, and souls. And justice, what is justice? Justice is to like for others what do I like for myself. If it is acceptable for me, to accept it for others. To put myself in the shoe of the others. Not to make it complicated. That's justice. That's why if we have the truth and justice, peace that we are missing in this world will be a consequence of the truth and justice. Peace is not a word. Peace, we need to live it and to fight for it and to touch it. And you see it in this world. Many people are working for peace. Many organizations. And sorry to say that, it became like peace business, peace industry. The more people are working for peace, the further peace is becoming. And no one is asking, why? We need to ask, why? When I treat a patient and the patient is not improving, I should stop. Maybe the diagnosis is wrong. The treatment is wrong. I should start. We need to ask and to do evaluation, not to continue blindly. But believe me, we know what is right and what is wrong. And it's time for us, when we speak about advocacy to fight in this world, no one is far from risk. Because the world is becoming smaller and smaller. Disease cross barriers. Violence cross barriers. What do we call terrorism?